Hi. Is Chris there? Hi, Chris. This is Lucia from Lucia in the Making.
I was a little anxious about doing a TV show, let alone cooking on one.
I was wondering when we could meet. You're there every day? I hope you're not married. You are? Okay, so when would be a good time? 4 would be good. Okay. Bye, Chris. Bye.
Okay, I have to admit I was a little excited to meet all these culinary geniuses, but there were so many questions lingering in the back of my mind. What should I wear? How can you tell an Ecuadorian shrimp from a local one? And would I even be able to get a date if I indulged week after week on such decadent diet?
Come and sit down.
It's so comfy, huh? It's very warm.
It is. It is.
I know that this is a landmark restaurant in Tribeca.
Well, Moache was open in 1985, so we're entering our 20th year now. You know, Tribeca at the time was nobody there. It was kind of no man's land. Even customers were afraid to come down here. It was kind of a challenge when we first opened. Moache is named after the famous vineyard in Burgundy, which produces white wine, the most famous white wine on earth.
Welcome to our little wine cellar here. This is what I would call a real working cellar. This is the namesake of the restaurant, Moache. This is the middle of the slope, and it's considered the best section of the hill. This is the creme de la creme. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this.
And it became a wine restaurant.
Le Coton, also a Grand Cru, 1959. Batard Montrachet from another negociant, Louis Jadot. These are the best Chardonnays that you will ever find anywhere.
A lot of wine collectors came here because we have a very good wine list, Burgundy especially.
How many wines do you have on your wine list?
There's about 800 wines.
Why are you so interested in wine?
My parents always wanted me to be a doctor, but I never wanted to be a doctor. You know, it's not just selling wine, but understanding the wine.
Are your parents proud of you now?
Yeah, they are. They're very proud, and even though they don't really drink too much wine, they're happy that I'm happy.
What's the oldest bottle that you have in the cellar?
The oldest bottle? We have some old Madeira. There's one here. It's from 1863, but these wines, Madeira, basically, they really don't change that much anymore. We serve it by the glass. For 50 bucks, it's actually not a bad thing to try.
1863?
1863. Every single bottle here is almost like a living being in itself. It has its own life. Basically, our wine inventory is about $1 million.
So this is the extraordinary wine list.
That's correct.
And there's also an extraordinary menu.
Look, at this point it would be a good opportunity for you to meet the chef.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you? This is Chris. Lucia.
Happy to meet you. How are you? So I finally meet the big guy.
And it's a value on every
Great. He seems just as warm as the restaurant itself. Should we look at the... There must be something more to him than meets the eye. What kind of cuisine is Moache?
I would say it's contemporary French-American food based on classic techniques. Very wine-friendly food.
Wine-friendly food. Well, yeah, with this wine list, you gotta be friendly.
It has to be, right? Would you like to look at the kitchen?
Yeah, definitely.
Right in.
Thank you. It's hard to believe all this amazing food is coming out of that tiny little kitchen. It's more like a kitchen reduction.
This is it, kitchen at Montrachet.
It's kind of small, isn't it?
A little tight, yeah.
It's like a sauna in here. Sir?
This is nothing.
If I had to work in this space, I'd go crazy in no time.
Halibut too.
How long have you been working in Lucia?
I was here in 91 till about 97. Took a long weekend and came back about a year and a half ago. Imagine working in a place for 18 years in the same little corner for 18 years.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I like it. A little tight, but I like it.
2 AG ordering, asparagus, scallop in the middle.
What's your favorite dish on the menu?
My favorite dish is the Chilean sea bass and berry ghoul with the Parmesan crust. Very light. It's a great dish.
John Foy is coming in. John Foy is a wine writer for the Bergen Record. He loves French fries. So even though we don't have French fries on the menu, Chris is going to make an order of French fries to go with the main course tonight.
Tonight we have a Von Havel Riesling Cabernet from the Mosel Czar. It's very luscious. It's a great wine for the summertime.
Good luck.
Today is Monday and today is a special day.
It is. We became a restaurant for wine collectors to come in. They've been so loyal to us for the past 20 years that it's kind of give it back to them. Opening our doors and say, hey guys, bring your own wine. People come with their own wine and they're having a great time. They order tasting menus and we serve their wine. And they share it with other people. Sometimes it happens. Almost 90% of the tables bring their wine, so they're curious to see what the neighbors are bringing.
It's when the lights come down that the true colors of the kitchen shine. Crispy, amber-hued, soft-shelled crabs, tongue-popping baby lamb chops in a mysterious green fava bean sauce. You have got to try this for yourself. I knew after meeting Chris I had to find out more about him, see him in his real home. I have to say, I kind of like having an excuse to be nosy. I especially had to find out if his family gets to eat as well as his customers, or does his toe come off when he's off.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, man.
Who is this?
This is my little girl, Samantha. Come on in.
I was hoping he would have something interesting to offer.
Want a beer?
Beer would be nice.
It would suck if there were no on-air chemistry.
What made you go into cooking?
Cooking I started when I was in high school. I was forced to go to technical high school, and I hated it. I was terrible at it. I had no idea what a chef really was at that point, none whatsoever. We were just cooking steaks and stuffed shrimp and stuff like that, not even doing it good. Then I went to CIA in 1980, graduated in 82, been in the city ever since.
What do you cook for dinner?
You know, half the time if I eat a bowl of cereal, I'm happy. The birds, I went to a friend of mine's house and I was amazed at the way the bird just like flew from his cage to the owner and stayed there and ate off his finger and picked his face a little bit.
Do they make a lot of noise?
Lots of noise.
What did your parents think when you decided to become a chef?
My father said, don't do it.
What did your mother think?
My mother was happy I was just gonna go to college. I went back to where I did my externship, a place called the Inn at Ridgefield in Connecticut. That's like the chef that believed in me when I didn't really know anything. His name was Ramon Perron, and he had a lot more he could teach me, but not in the places we were at. He just sent me to New York, and I stayed there ever since. It's a great, exciting place, food capital of the world, and that's where I am now.
So it's kind of like become your family there, hasn't it?
Yeah, I guess you could call it family.
Is it a good family?
Yeah, it's a very nice family.
So I should wear my best dress.
You should wear your best dress.
Good, I'm excited. Give me cheers.
That makes two of us.
Is it true that men who cook are sexy?
I'm not really in the business of judging men, but that's more up your alley. I think women that cook are sexy. I think women that play guitar are sexy. I think women that ride motorcycles are sexy.
I want to hear a little about your dating life, man. Now that I'm getting slightly drunk, I think it's time.
Everything is about basics, you know? Simplicity. I had a chef once in CIA. He said, if you can't boil the water, you're not going to be able to cook the pasta, right? Very simple, right?
Can you boil the water?
Can I boil the water?
That's my question.
Then what's the next question? Are you gonna get in the tub?
Yeah.